Hi everyone, welcome to a very interesting Heresy Thursday. Hope you're all doing well. So we've had a lot of kits make their way over from Forge World to the Horus Heresy in plastic form, and it's fair to say we've been fairly spoilt with tanks. But when about 7 or 8 kits this past couple of weeks disappeared off the Forge World website, a lot of us started hoping we might see these in plastic, such as the Fellblade or maybe the Arquitor as well. So when the Heresy Thursday article came out today, I jumped straight on there, started scrolling to look at the pictures without reading. Started getting excited. There's a Glaive there, there's a Fellblade. Are we getting these in plastic? Scroll a little bit further and I nearly jump out my chair when I see the Mastodon. A plastic Mastodon? No, unfortunately not. None of these kits are coming to plastic, unfortunately. They're staying in resin and they're actually going to be retooled to work with one of the plastic sponson sprues. And there's a bit of news on some other kits as well, which I'll come to in a minute. But as you can see, the Arquitor on the screen there with the Bombard, the Spicular rocket launcher and the variant with the graviton gun, all of these are staying in resin and being retooled to work with the existing sponson sprue that comes with the Sakaran and the Predator. So I'll put a picture of the sponson sprue up on the screen now so you can see which one I mean. So you're probably familiar with this if you built some of the plastic kits already. And for the super heavies, again, they are all getting retooled in resin, so they're going to stay in resin. So the Glaive, the Falcon and the Fellblade are staying in resin, and presumably they're going to come with the sprue that comes with the Spartan, with the last cannon, the double last cannon on there. I'll put a picture of that sprue on the screen as well, and also the Mastodon as well. So the one that made me jump out of my chair before I actually sat down and read the article properly, that's staying in resin and is going to be retooled to work with the existing sprue that we get with the Predator. So unfortunately no plastic Mastodon, but the most baffling decision of the day for me was the Land Speeder Javelin. It's actually staying in resin and they're going to retool it to work with the plastic sponsors. Now, I can't get my head around this decision. Surely these would sell like hotcakes in plastic, but I don't know what they're thinking with that. It's staying in resin. And I can't quite get my head around it really. I've already seen people saying on Twitter today and on the Bolter and Chainsaw that they'd be willing to buy 3 of these if it came to plastic, but they would never buy another resin one again just because of the way resin is and how difficult it is to work with. So a bit of an odd decision. I can understand it maybe for the tanks. Would they sell enough? Is it worth producing them in plastic, especially the super heavies, over the cost of just retooling them in resin? But for the Land Speeder, especially with the jet bikes already being announced, surely it would have been a smart move to put these in plastic. But anyway, they've made the decision. It's staying in resin and it's going to be retooled to work with that existing sponson sprue. Now there was one new piece of information. So the Damocles Command Rhino, that's getting an all new resin upgrade kit that's going to be designed to work with the existing plastic Deimos Rhino. So that is a bit of good news. So that is, I suppose, your Heresy Thursday reveal for today. That's the one new piece of resin upgrade kit that we're going to be getting. But other than that, all the rest of them are staying in resin, at least for now, and are going to be retooled to work with the sponsons. So it's a bit of an interesting one. You know, it's interesting that they're willing to retool all these tanks, but they weren't able to retool the resin contemptors to work with the plastic weapons. So that's an interesting one. Maybe there's a reason behind it, I don't know, but definitely an odd Heresy Thursday announcement. So maybe down the line in a few years we might see some of those tanks come to plastic, but I doubt it very much, to be honest with you. So the other good news about this, or the other sort of silver lining to the cloud I should say, is if they're not doing any more tanks for a while, perhaps they'll now focus on Heresy infantry and characters. So that could be a good thing, I suppose. And maybe it's not quite the end of the gravy train when it comes to plastic Heresy tanks, because I think there's still a couple of Sakaran variants we might see. So maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel in terms of tanks. But a lot of people were saying enough with the tanks already, let's see some infantry. So hopefully Forge World will start to focus on that. But as I said, a bit of an interesting one for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about these changes? And these staying in resin and being retooled, especially the Land Speeder. I think that is a bit of an odd one. The Command Rhino looks alright, so that could be a good thing. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll leave it there. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't enjoy it, just leave me a comment and let me know why. And thanks ever so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.